Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Prismata. We're gonna jump in the queue here. See who's Homeless versus Wonderboat. Oh no, we're matched, never mind. Groove Wizard, 90 seconds, base +8. Let's see what's going on. I noticed a lot of engineer based units just there, right? Cauterizer, Sentinel, Comet. This seems like a quite high econ set with like a lot of soak and moderate absorb. I mean, like Dune Mech is, it's a lot of absorb, but you give up attack by holding it, so it's like kind of a trade-off ish. And you kind of have to build a train of them, but so also like Thunderhead kind of could see a little play maybe in the late game, like after you have accumulated a bunch of green from a comet and then no other green stuff. But I think that like the right idea here is to try to get like Lucy and bombers / cauterizers behind maybe a doomed mech. I don't know, maybe Lucy and doomed mechs. But like once you have one doomed mech, I think you want cauterizers. And there should be enough defense to manage that with like Cauterizer. But maybe you just go like red first? It's a little dangerous. Oh, also there's Frostbites to make the Doomed Mechs kind of baddish. You can hold them a turn early and then it's like sort of okay. If they spend 4 Frostbites killing a Doomed Mech, it's like fine, whatever. But I think like third NG is absolutely mandatory here. Anything you do is going to want a lot of drones. There's probably a good timing to get a Comet. I don't know exactly what it is. But honestly, like Comet into Lucy is probably kind of cool, because it buys you all this defensive tempo that you can then spend on like not defending for a little while you build up to the Lucy. So I'm pretty sure I'm happy to get some green here. There is a player 2 Lucy line that is like float into like drone double animus. So I could get the first Lucy that way, I believe. Drone double animus. No, I would be $1 short, wouldn't I? Yeah, so you would have to drone double animus, and that kind of stinks. I don't think that's very good. There's enough defense to fight against that. So instead, I think I'll just get the conduit. I'd like to be able to get or at least threaten a comet. So, I mean, conduit. BA right away, huh? What's that all about? Cauterizers? No. Wall Tarsiers? Maybe. It seems like a very small number of drones to stop at, isn't it? What if I did this? Ah, they want to get some cauterizers before the comet. I see. That is going to be a pretty big comet. But then they can't get the green. I think I do want, like, Comet Tarsier. Maybe Comet Frostbite? And then a Cauterizer next turn, right? Maybe Comet Rhino, because I'm not going to be able to build an Absorber. Yeah, there's the cauterizer. This rhino is just like a makeshift wall, basically. I feel like I'm not getting the Lucy. I don't know. Did I let my opponent trick me by getting this cauterizer? Not really clear. I'm pretty sure they should click their cauterizer, though. Don't hold it against the rhino threat. I'm not actually clicking the rhino anyway. They're like afraid of getting no absorb, so they might consider holding, but I think that would be a mistake. Well, I could actually... No, I don't have the tech to buy a cauterizer rhino. You should click the other cauterizer, right? It's like way better than holding it. That's why you built this force field. Now, behind this, do I get a second Animus for the Lucy? The main threat is them, like, getting their own comet. Ah, you might hold the cauterizer to preserve your own NGs for a later comet. If you click it, you lose most of your NGs. I don't know if that's such a great plan, because, like, doesn't it just kill 2 of my NGs? No, it kills a force field. I see. Should be okay, right? Pretty sure I want this Lucy. It might be a bit of a tight squeeze to defend the comet, but I don't think so. I have the Rhino and the Cauterizer both to defend, and a bunch of NGs. And this Rhino click kills an NG, which is amazing. I assume you get a Cauterizer here, right? There's like nothing else that's close to as good. And you Force Field since that saves 2 NGs. And that's your turn. Buy 1 more NG. Yeah. That's the turn. But at the end of this, like, I'll have a Lucy and you'll have some Cauterizers, right? That's sort of the trade. I don't know, I guess you have the Frostbite as well. That's a bit spooky. This defends, but I'd really like to click the Cauterizer because it does kill 2 NGs, right? Yeah, so I actually don't need this. They have to lose either 2 NGs or a Cauterizer. Is there 20 plus 3? think NG is better than Frostbite, since they have all this defensive tempo from Cauterizers. Frostbite's just not doing much. And now we're going to go into defense mode with Cauterizers and Lucy Click, and that's about it. Well, actually, can I afford that? I can buy Cauterizer and click Lucy. Those are all technically legal. The question is, does that defend? If not, I'm sort of in some trouble. Alright, they want a Doom pick. Bombers, actually, maybe? Yeah, I don't think I can actually buy the Cauterizer. Maybe if I hold Perf? I don't know, we'll see. Hold Perf and Cauterizer? Kind of stinks, but... Actually, am I turning off Cauterizers? Might be. It looks like I am, right? And my own Cauterizer's off anyway, actually. So let's say I did this. Kills 2 NGs, turns off 1 Cauterizer. They're taking for 6 plus 3. So this would be a breach for the Lucy, which is not great. This is still 6 plus 3, right? Because, well, no, they could lose Force Field Wall and not lose any NGs. And then they have 7 plus, no, they have 8 plus 3. That would be well worth it. Yeah. Yuck. Now this, I don't mind so much. If they want to spend their Frostbite on breaching me for exact... Actually, I do mind that. Okay. Oh shit, I forgot. I killed an NG guaranteed this way. I didn't need the force field. I worked that out, but then I thought about some other lines and forgot it. Now I'm never getting Cauterizers again, and basically Lucy has to be a one-woman army and, like, just kill all this stuff herself. I don't think that's too likely. Not with opponent able to build Frostbites. Yeah, and I'm not turning off any additional Cauterizers here. So number 4, 6, 9 plus 6 freeze. I think I'm pretty dead. I don't know, Lucy's performed miracles before. 9 and 6, so like this defends. Okay. Like, maybe if I get to enough of these NGs, I can relieve some pressure. But the bombers are like a nightmare. As are the frostbites. I think that's... I want to lose walls where I can. Okay, so 8. they must lose 2 cauterizers, or turn off 2 cauterizers this way. Even if they choose not to absorb, they're turning off 2 cauterizers. So it's 10 plus 9 freeze is still way too much. And if I hold back even 1 attack, they threaten to just lose 4 NGs and the cauterizer and not absorb and reach for Lucy. Oh, I'm just like super dead. Alright. Having a rough night tonight. I don't know. I didn't build any of the things I wanted. That's not true, right? I built the Comet, I built the Lucy, but I didn't get enough econ for like the Doomed Mech and the Bombers, which I think are the real stars of the show here. I just like went for a too early Comet for no particular reason. I mean, it wasn't no reason. I was like, hey, you know, the Comet tempo gets you a Lucy, and it did. But opponent, by getting second Comet, like, second Comet means your NGs are still alive at the end, and so your cauterizers still do something for quite a while. So maybe I shouldn't have been in such a hurry to get the first Comet. I was thinking like, hey, it'll kill some of their NGs and like their cauterizers kind of turn off. But actually it was a pretty weak Comet. It turned off a cauterizer for a turn. But they didn't even like have any attack that turn anyway, so it didn't really matter. And then suddenly they get this much larger Comet. And I just didn't have the econ to sustain the Lucy. Like maybe I could have done something different. But I think the problem was the first Comet. Cutting here to threaten all this tech. Maybe I could have just gone triple drone forge here. Been okay against like enemy cauterizers. I just felt so afraid of like letting enemy build cauterizers unopposed into Comet. Like, let's say I do something like that. How much threat do they really have? They can't get the Comet, that's right. So I wall here, and I keep droning. And let's say I get an Animus here, because I have a reasonable number of drones, and there's stuff I will probably want to buy soon. Cauterizer, Comet, who knows. I mean, the first Comet here doesn't really do much, but I can get a preemptive cauterizer and go back to droning to try to be okay against the Comet they're going to build soon. It's going to be a big Comet, though. So I don't know if this is exactly the line they would have followed, but it's, you know, it could happen. Probably worth holding this. Well, I don't know. Can I click my cauterizers is the question. Like, what exactly are you threatening? 21? I think I could click the cauterizer. Well, let's find out. We're in analysis mode. We can just look. There you go. I clicked the cauterizer. And they're losing 4 attack here, right? So actually the force fields protect the rhinos. But now I'm losing all the NGs. Like, that's pretty sad, isn't it? So I don't know, this might work. But it doesn't actually seem all that great. Yeah, I mean, like, this turns off enough of my cauterizers that I have no damage anymore. But I guess now I can get, like, a reasonable counter Comet when I'm up drones, but it still doesn't feel very good. They have, like, all this extra attack that I don't have. I don't know, I guess we'll see. Clearly attack with everything here. Buy more cauterizers. You kind of want to forge. But, okay, so you don't get it. And, like, how has this turned out for me? They're having trouble keeping their cots online, right? They're defended, but like it's not really all that great, is it? I get the second blue. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The line wouldn't have to play out this way, but the point is like, hey, I got the second Comet in this line, and like my cauterizers are going. And I got some more drones. I said it didn't look so good, but actually it kind of like does. I mean, like, it didn't look good before the Comet hit, and then suddenly it looks pretty okay because I had a 27 damage Comet. Well, 20, I guess. Wait. Why so different? It says 27. Oh, I lost a ton of NGs. Wow. Okay, well, whatever. But yeah, this spot looks okay for me. It looks pretty good. So I think I just got, again, like, kind of pulled too low econ by seeing something cool my opponent was doing and then trying to do it. A lot like what happened in the last episode, twice. Well, not true. I think one of those times it was seeing something my opponent was doing and trying to counter it, which is at least a little more reasonable than just trying to do it. The counter didn't work, but at least it had some sense behind it, rather than just saying, "Oh, what my opponent's doing looks cool. Let's do that." I might have even been able to get the end at the end of this analysis line, right? Instead of a forge. The analysis line is gone now, but I think I was floating $1 when I got the forge, but I don't think I really could have afforded to just buy a Lucy, so yeah, opponent did a good job, put together something pretty cohesive, and I really didn't. Okay, well, I guess that'll do it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.